What's up, everybody? Welcome. Friday morning, 10 a.m. YourFieldsChoice.com daily hit and run show. Pete Cole here, running solo. Big night last night. So, anybody that's watching live, join the chat, please. First of all, YourFieldsChoice.com, $25 a month, all sports included. That's our MLB promo. And we cover it all. Covering tennis right now. Tennis is, you have a cheat sheet out for tennis. Lots of times it's free. We have NASCAR come up this weekend, right? Eric Biggie, our NASCAR guy, will have all his information out for the NASCAR races. I can't tell you where NASCAR is, but Formula One, we have a Formula One show coming up at noontime. Me and Chris Special will be doing that. So I think it's the Monaco Grand Prix. That's on Sunday. So we have that going on this weekend. Of course, we have MLB. I said tennis, hockey playoffs. We have NBA playoffs. Looking at our winning lineups room right now. We've been crushing MLB every night pretty much, especially with the single series thing DK's got going. Pretty much every night, cash has been rolling. Jeremy Burton, who's been on the show, friend of the show, had a good couple days here. Me and him have been going neck to neck. FanDuel guys are hitting. What else we got? I'm seeing FanDuel NBA cashing, some NHL, and it's slow right now. It's pretty much baseball season. It's going to be like this now till August, till college football starts, which is another one of our flagships. But once again, it's MLB, huge slate tonight. So we're going to go over this. We're going to go through pitching, go through some weather. We'll go position by position, then we'll get out of here. And I said after that, then we'll have an hour break, and we're going to have an F1 Formula One show with me and Chris for the Monaco Grand Prix. So ask questions, please. Makes the chat go easier. Eric Scott. Okay. Eric's saying trucks. There's trucks tonight, Xfinity tomorrow, Cup Series Sunday. And add that on to the Formula One. Also, UCL. UCL Champions League. I think that's Saturday. Riley's got a video out for that, so check that out. That video is free, so check that out on this YouTube channel. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. All that good stuff. And let's go. MLB, I think it's a 12-game slate, is it? Or 13? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 games. Wow, for Friday night. So pretty much we got a lot of action tonight. There's nothing. There's 7:05 is the first game. We have a showdown, Giants and Cincinnati at 6:40. Main slate, though, is at 7:05. There is a little bit of weather. It looks like that the showdown game, Cincinnati game, we have showers in Cincinnati. Biggest problem we're going to have is the Colorado Rockies Washington Nationals game. So according to Kevin Roth, Roto Grinders, a couple of lines of storms around first pitch, plus toward the end of the game. They don't know the timing yet, but when he's labeling it orange right now, so just keep that in the back of your head. So when he labels it orange, that could also mean bad news. That's like the only major issues, but we see some in New York in the Mets game. Looks like some storms in the Mets game. Detroit, some storms, and then Baltimore, Boston, some showers. But that should be okay. I don't think we're going to lose any games there. So Colorado, Washington Nationals is our main game we got to pay attention to for weather. Boom. Get that over with. Vegas. Let's say Vegas tonight. Who is our top implied? Last night was huge. And we all stacked the Red Sox. We all had a great start, but you needed to have Freddie Freeman in your lineup too. We're lucky enough we did in our cash, but Red Sox again. Red Sox and Dodgers are two top teams tonight per Vegas. The Red Sox 5.6 implied. They open up at 5.7. Then you get the Dodgers 5.4. The only two teams above 5 runs. Dodgers 5.4. Red Sox 5.6. All right. After that, we have the Giants 4.9. No, never mind. That's a showdown game. Then Washington 4.7 going up against Aaron Gomber, I believe. Then we have the Braves at 4.7, Twins 4.7, Rockies 4.6, and all that. So once again, the two main teams we're looking at are the Dodgers, Red Sox. Right now, the biggest game line over-unders is only a 9.5. That's the Orioles-Red Sox game and the Dodger-Arizona game. Nothing above 9.5. On the money line, who's the biggest favorite is the Padres. Padres are the biggest favorite of the night, minus 210. Going up against the Pirates. And then we have the Astros, minus 205. It's JV game tonight. Then Red Sox, minus 190. Minnesota minus 185 and drops down to Cleveland minus 160. So the biggest favorite of the night is going to be the Padres. So Dodgers right now are only minus 155 favorite because they had the kid pitch. They had the kid on the mound tonight. But looking at JB, I think is our top arm going. Okay, that's Vegas. Once again, you guys have any questions? Throw it in the chat, please. This will be on demand rest of the day. Looking at pitcher right now, I'm looking at two main arms. JB, of course. JB's my guy tonight. I think he's probably going to be the highest owned. He's definitely pitching well. I mean, if you want to say it that way. But let me see. Let me pull up his numbers here. So he's going up against Seattle, heavy favorite. Mariners striking out 23.7% to righties. JB's won 5 straight, and now he leads the league with a 1.22 ERA. Also, he's thrown 19 straight scoreless innings. JB's your guy. He's SP1. So where are we going SP2? Right now, you're probably gonna go the double barrel, spend up with Shane Bieber. I can see people telling me Bieber could be the SP1, but no. But Bieber to me, you should be able to fit them both in the value. So Bieber to me is your SP2 on DK. He's too cheap on FanDuel and DK. Let me see. He's going against Tigers, another favorite. Tigers are just a horrible offense, striking out 25.7% to right-handers, a 14.5% swing and strike rate. Faced the same offense in his last start, Detroit, and put up 27 DK points. Quality start, 10 Ks, 106 pitches. So now we're starting to see the Bieber that we've known and loved all these years with the big strikeouts. The Tigers is not a good offense. They even struggled against the kid last night. Pilkington, that's his name. So Bieber to me is your SP2, and I got to play JV. There's going to be people that are going to be a little bit different. I think if you want to be different, John Gray is only 5K. Going up against Oakland. It's still John Gray, remember though. So, it's like talking about like the Marco Gonzalez's, all these guys. I mean, we did see Sonny Gray pitch well the other night. The A's are kind of like the Tigers. They're just just a terrible offensive team. You got let me see, it was last 3 starts. Gray's been normally he's been anywhere between 8.3, 9.4. Mediocre numbers though, 15 DK, 19 DK, 13 DK, but they're bringing some really good offenses. The Yankees, Angels, Astros. Now all of a sudden his price drops all the way down to 5K to face the A's. Doesn't make any sense with this algorithm. A's striking out 22.3% of the time, 128 ISO, pitcher-friendly park, Oakland Coliseum. Gray probably is going to be popular. And if you can't get to the top 2 arms, you could go like a Bieber Gray, Verlander Gray, especially if you want to probably stack. Like last night, if you want to get like a Dodger Red Sox stack, you're probably going to have to use like a John Gray with a Bieber or Verlander. All right, but for cash, me personally, I still would rather go the 2 safer ones with Bieber and JV. What else we got out there? We got you see Sean Manaea going tonight. He's kind of hit a speed bump though. Over his last 5 starts, 5.7 ERA. Kind of a get right game though. He's chasing the Pirates, so he should do okay there. Pirates aren't scoring. Low ISO, low team WOBA. But Manaea is struggling a little bit, so GBP only. One guy I'm definitely interested in is Jeffrey Springs for Tampa. This kid has really turned into a kind of a main. He's won a spot in rotation. He's had some really good games. I have him as I'd have no problem starting. Even though it's against the Yankees, but remember, this is a Yankee team that's beat up. That's hurting right now. Remember, he started the season on a bullpen, but has really had some really good starts. Came off season high, 5.2 innings. That's the second straight game now without no runs. 7 strikeouts in that last game in 5 innings. Like I said, Yankees banged up in the Trop, Pitcher's Park. And to me, this is where everybody's going to go to John Gray. I have no problem going to Jeffrey Springs at 6,300 against Yankees. When you got Matt Carpenter and you're starting lineup, I'm a Matt Carpenter fan, but when you got Matt Carpenter and you're starting lineup, you're banged up right now. Okay, so Spring's there. I talked about Manea, talk about Bieber, JV, who else? Bailey Ober, maybe. He's just not pitching deep in the games, though. But he's cheap. Not a big strikeout guy. But I guess, there's a lot worse out there. So for a big slate, the pitching dives really quick. Okay. Eric threw the ownership up there. It's Bieber, Manea. Good. Let Verlander be down there at 23.5. Let anybody play Manea and Gray. I just feel safe going with JV, and I feel much safer in JV than Bieber. We've seen Bieber have some hiccups too, but he looks good now. Last couple of games. So pretty much that's pitching. So for a big slate, it's kind of a very condensed pitching pool to go with, but we may see some differences in cash because a lot of people are going to flock to John Gray. All right. If anybody has any questions, I guess not for pitching. Something I was going to say about last night's games. I can't remember what it was. Something happened, and I was going to bring it up today, and I forgot all about it. But whatever. It'll come to my mind. All right. If nobody has any questions, let's move to the bats and be out here fairly quick probably today. Catching. So we're going to go catchy today. Especially, we're always looking for a value spot, especially if we're going to two big pitchers. Catching, to me, is led by Dalton Varsho. I think Dalton Varsho's in a great spot today. The kids, but he's $5,200 on DK, $3,300 on FanDuel, 9-game hit streak right now. And that streak, man, he's slashing 338, 381, 564. Great matchup, platoon advantage over the kid, and I know I'm gonna butcher his name. I should have looked it up before. And I even watched him pitch that game. Pepoy, is it, for the Dodgers? He's a righty. I apologize if I butchered it, but Varsho's a good spot. Keibert Ruiz, I think, GPP play. 290 average last month. Still, Mitch Garver is way too cheap. He's probably your play at 3,800 for cash. 3 home runs those last 4 games. When he faces lefties, he'll play Garver. He's a lefty masher. And then if you want to go a little bit cheaper, you go Christian Vasquez. Vasquez did really well for us last night. He's still minimum price. He's 3-1, and he's raking. He's hitting 500. He's hitting 500 over the last 7 days, 6 RBIs over his last 3 games, and it's a cheap way to get a piece of that Red Sox offense. And he's going up against a rookie, Kyle Bradish. Bradish is not horrible, but right now Vasquez is raking the ball. So probably Mitch Garver is going to be the popular play, I'm assuming. But Meadow Alloy, what's up? We circle around, give your thoughts on Silseth versus Toronto. Definitely GBP only. Toronto we all know Toronto's a weird team, man. We saw come alive last night and hit, but overall on the season, they've been terrible. They just not hitting right now. Vlad is waking up. I think he's got home runs in back-to-back. This Silseth kid, he had that great first start, and then he looked good against Oakland, but then all of a sudden he ran into trouble in the 5th inning, I think it was. Yeah, he took that loss, 3 runs on 6 hits, 6 strikeouts. So it's 6 strikeouts and 4.1. So he got to that 5th and he couldn't escape it. That was I remember the Seth Brown home run game. I think Brown had a big home run that game. So still 10 innings, 2.61 ERA, 106 WHIP, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks. The kid's a rookie. Toronto's really struggled at the plate. Let me see, pitcher friendly park though. But Toronto right now, they got 320 Woba versus righties. ISO's up now. GPP only, maybe making 10 lineups. But what we saw Toronto, they went to Ohtani last night, that they may possibly be waking up. We've also seen them lie down and die, like we see the Yankees in some days. So, but GDP only. And probably if you're making like 10 plus lineups. That's the way I look at it. Still Seth for the Angels. All right, so I just pretty much gave you the catchers I'm looking at. I'm not going to go crazy on catchers here. I like Varsho for a pay up. Like Vasquez a lot, Mitch Garver, and I like Ruiz. I mean, anybody else you're looking at, there's nobody outside that I feel like you have to play at catcher. Some matchups, whatever, or you find somebody, like we always say, we always find somebody cheap and lineups come out, like a 2K guy, if you want to get like a Dodger or a Red Sox stack. Well, Smith's going against Bumgarner, I guess, even though I still rather see Smith against a lefty, I mean, against a righty. MJ Melendez, I guess, against Ober, but that's pretty much it for catching. So unless somebody pops up, that's cheap. Yeah, they sure were messing with Ohtani. Just somebody called that Springer home run in our premium chat too. Somebody called it Springer home run before the game started. Even asked me about it, but they were on. And even though Ohtani still had a bunch of strikeouts, he had like 9 or 10 Ks. But the Jays are such a weird team right now, man. Okay, going to first base. First base, I've been looking at already this morning. You got Freddie, but it's lefty versus lefty. But it's Bumgarner, and he's in play. And the way Freddie's hitting right now, another monster game last night, 4 for 5, home run, 5 ribbies. 312 batting average over that split. It was last 150 games. So Freddie's in play, but he probably won't be. Eric just put up the ownership. It's got Ohtani, so nobody really. Nobody above 14%. So right now you have nobody owned at first base. So I personally, I would probably go right now Alonso, the way Alonso's hitting. You got Alonso going up against Bailey Falter. Alonso smokes lefties. I'm seeing very low projections on Alonso. No idea why. Ohtani just isn't hit for me yet. Be paying up for him. But Alonso, great platoon spot. Vlad now, back-to-back home runs. So he looks like he's finally heating up. Streaky home run hitter, definitely at 5-1. Vlad will be back up to almost 6 probably by the end of the week. Hits another 1 or 2 home runs. So Vlad's in play, 5-1. Like I said, Alonso, 5-4. Jared Walsh gets a righty. We play Walsh against righties, but Manoa's been, like I said, we're not just sure what's going on with Manoa yet. So Manoa is I didn't even bring Manoa up actually as a pitcher, but always GPP pitcher. Tough lineup, the Angels, but we see Manoa with electric stuff. So I'm probably going to shy away from these Angels. I have too much respect for Manoa. So that brings me to, also I like Luke Voit. He's only $2,900, 26 FanDuel, 29 DK. Voit is finally starting to hit now. So he's now, last week, hitting 330, 260 over his last 30 days, which is a lot better than 200 he was hitting before that. And he has over OPS of 829 over his last 10 games. And he gets Jose Quintana. So Voit may be my favorite value play tonight at first base. Cordero at 2.7. I will never play Frenchie Cordero in cash unless I just need to, like a value punt play at the end as a fill-in. Mountcastle against Whitlock. I see they're getting some ownership. I'm not messing those guys. Maybe like a Josh Bell against Marin Gomber. First base really is not that great tonight. So Ty Francis, Verlander. Yep, so right now I'm looking at probably Alonso's my top play. Freddie, who's hot. Vlad. So I think it's between Alonso or Vlad. And then I like Luke Voit as a value play. Yep. I'm still this pitcher I never mentioned earlier, but they're just like all GPP plays. Woodruff GPP play. He's been so up and down now. I said we did mention Manea, but but then Manoa. I mentioned Billy Over. All right, so that's first base. Yeah, you know what? Miranda is always like he had 2 hits last night, I think, right? I played him somewhere. So yeah, Miranda, you can always play him there. But once again, he could be like, he was a fill-in for me. I think it was a GPP last night. He wasn't in my cash, but I had Freddie. But yeah, I mean, he's solid. I played in that 1 home run game. So all right, that's first base, really. Oh, to me, Alonso or Vlad. or Freddie. I don't think Freddie's going to be popular because it's lefty on lefty, even though it's bum. Second base. Forgot Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy Tellez is another one. Sorry. And righty on the hill. Dakota Hudson's is hittable. So add Rowdy Tellez at 4,600 DK in there. He's gonna be sneaky because I think Rowdy is a little bit slowed down now. He's slumping, so he's not gonna be very high owned. So Rowdy Tellez sneaky play. GBP for me, but I'm sneaky. Okay, so let's go to second base. Trevor Story. Trevor Story is probably gonna be popular. The way he's hitting the ball right now. Yeah, but Miranda still may be. I saw that too. He's not in projected lines, but okay. So Trevor Story is gonna be hot. Is hot. He's gonna be high owned. Obviously, he's probably a top second baseman. I mean, I don't see where he wouldn't be right now. I mean, he's raking third multi-hit game, 7th home run over his last 7 games, slashing 345, 394, 1.069 over those 7 games. And that was in Fenway. Wind blowing out tonight in Fenway. So take Story as your top second baseman. All right. Yeah, I didn't pull up any of the hot batters yet. I'll pull out up here in a second. BVP, there's not a lot of great BVP calls tonight. Nothing that really jumped out. Ozzie Albies does hit Rogers. Rogers is a lefty, so Albies will be in play here. That's probably it. Jonathan Scope hits JV. I mean, at JV Bieber. So GVP. But you get Albies against lefty. Kind of like that. Who else are we going to look at then? We're looking at advanced metrics for second base. If we're not going to play Trevor Story, Ozzie Albies, 4,700. That's just popping up in my projections. I just ran it really quick, and Albies can pop right up. 253 ISO, 403 WOBA, 336 batting average against lefties, and he's got the BVP. So Story's going to be a popular play, 55. Albies a great pivot, 4,700. You can see a home run tonight by Albies. The only question I would have on that is, they're home. That's right. They're in Atlanta, they're in Miami. So yeah, I like Albies even more. So I love Albies, 4,700. Anybody that's tearing a cover off the ball at second besides Story? D. Strange Gordon, another good game last night, triple. So he's hitting 500, only 16 at bats over his last week, but still. I didn't mention Luis Arias. He should be getting to platoon tonight. That's why you're not seeing Miranda now. I just thought about it. So you probably see Arias tonight. That's pretty much guys that are like tearing a cover off the ball. Ty France still hitting the ball a little bit, looks like. But man, I'm liking Albies more and more. Albies a Story. You got Gleyber against Springs. Gleyber's under 4K, 3,900. So he's in play. Muncy, I will not play Muncy. I didn't realize Rogue Odor is on a hitting streak, like a pretty good hitting streak. I saw that a little while ago. So Odor at 2,600 is a fill-in, I guess. He's hitting the ball. So he's got to hit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 games. 10-game hit streak for Rogue Odor. There you go. There's your little punt play. Jed Lowry, always. Jed Lowry is always like my default. It's like my default punt play. I'm a huge Lowry guy. I mean, but Goldschmidt, you'll know I'm staying away from Woodruff, but the way Goldschmidt's hitting, I wouldn't play him in cash, but of course GBP. This is going to be so low owned. Be a great GBP play. You saw Segura BBP. Did I miss that? Why am I not seeing it? I'm not seeing it, but he's not even coming up for some reason. But I believe you. Lowry's bet against John Gray one time. Okay, so wrap up. It's to me, you got to stay with Story the way he's hitting. But to me, personally, I could see this being Ozzie Albies home run night tonight. Boom. And anybody else like we're missing as cheap. Semien starting to hit a little bit. I guess. Yeah. DJ against Springs. DJ, 323 batting average against lefties. Well, we'll never ever pay 4,500 from Mikey Chavis, even when he was using 5K, I think it was last week. Cesar Hernandez just keeps on hitting. He's another one last night. 16 DK points. He had 2 hits, 2 runs, a double, RBI. He's moving along. What's up, Nelson? Otherwise known as Marion Ashburn. All right. Whit Merrifield. Yeah, that's what I agree with you, Don Day, about Hernandez. Yeah, good game last night. And he's another one. He's got a bunch of 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games hitting streak. So yeah, all good GBP plays. Odor, Lowry's are a good punt. Witt's always in play. They're all use the guys. Altuve. I mean, we don't need to mention those guys. We all know they're in play. I do like the Astros tonight. The Astros may end up being one of my favorite stacks because I just saw Chris Flexen, and Flexen was always kind of like one of these guys. He didn't, he's always kind of he was more of a pitch to contact guy to give up a lot of home runs. Now his last 3 starts, he's allowed 6 home runs, 9 home runs on a year. Okay, so 13% barrel, like the Astros. So I guess that throws Altuve in there. So that brings us third base, Riley Bregman. Bregman, I think, is in a great spot against Chris Flexen. Is he my favorite play? I'm not sure yet. I like Machado against Quintana. I mean, you get Machado against a lefty, a bad bullpen, and we know right now what Machado's doing this year. So Machado, you got J-Ram against Fredo. Machado, man, we got some really good plays here. Devers against Bradish. I've been riding the Devers train. If you need to save money, Machado $7 cheaper. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, Devers is going to be the popular play, and I really can't go off him. But I love the Machado spot today, the Bregman spot today, 4,800. Of course, J-Ram. And now JT's hitting, and he gets ready lefty against Bumgarner at 4,900. JT killed me last night. I was like in second or third place in that $20, and then that doubled and tripled the 9th inning, knocked me down to like 11th. So JT Turner dashed my hopes last night, man. It was a big swing there. BVP, third base. We got. This is where I'm seeing Segura. For some reason, my computer's showing up third base. There you go. Who said that? Don Day? About Segura? Somebody said about Deborah Peterson. Yes, Segura, 7 for 16. 3 bombs against Carlos Carrasco against Cookie. Nice BVP. So Segura back up to second base. Yep. In play. Let me see. Brian Anderson hits Ian Anderson. GT does hit Turner, but that goes back a long time. Machado, not the greatest because Quintana 238 lifetime. So definitely be Devers. But no problem going Machado, J-Ram, or Bregman at third. Third base, probably the most stock position. Can you use someone like Machado to differentiate your Red Sox stacks if you think they'll be poppy? Yeah, yeah. But I mean, when you stack Red Sox, you want to know that order with Devers, Bogarts, JD. What? I mean, yeah, it's gonna definitely make it. It's gonna definitely make a contrarian. This might be a night 2 to go a little bit lower in the Red Sox order. You know what I mean? Maybe play like a Frenchie, whoever's gonna pop up. But Devers is like, Devers usually anchors that stack. Okay, anybody cheaply? I think you pay up for third base tonight. But if you want to go cheap, Eduardo Escobar, I think, is in a decent spot. Gio Urshela, maybe. I mentioned Brian Anderson. This could be the sneaky play right here. Brian Anderson for Miami, $3,900. 198 ISO, 361 WOBA on that reverse split. Great BVP. And Anderson hitting 350 over the last week. Brian Anderson, sneaky play here. Remember I said that when he hits a home run tonight. And I won't play him, probably. But good spot. BWJ, yep. You're right about that. Don Day, I'll play him every night. It's weird. You always see him doing these big things. You see him on highlights, getting doubles, this and that. But then you look, he's only hitting still 210 over last week, 230 over last month. But he's getting the job done. He's getting clutch. I'll still continue to play BWJ. What's he now at 4,900 though? He really should be 4,100. He should be 4,900. That's where his name's going to kill him. Sean B saying Braves going to score 13 runs, and that's true. Then that we like the Albies call. Austin Riley's eventually got to start hitting here, right? Matt Olson's got to start hitting. Eventually, these Braves are going to wake up, and these Braves are going to go shit wild on people. So jump on the train maybe before it happens. It'd be a good stack. Agree. All right, shortstop. Looking, anybody owns anybody. Dansby owns Trevor Rogers. So the Braves must have had a really good game or two a series when they're hot against Trevor Rogers, because now Dansby is 6 for 10, a home run. So that Braves stack's looking better and better, Sean B. Dansby's pretty much the only one. Maybe Miguel Rojas is definitely always a BVP guy. Certain pitchers he hits. Olsen did hit one off the wall last night. I missed that. So, yep. Brave sneaky stack, though. Albies is going to hit one tonight. Dansby's going to hit one tonight. And maybe Olsen's going to hit one. Boom. There's our stack. Maybe I move away from the Astros to the Braves. So everybody's going to be on the Dodgers and Red Sox tonight. And probably a cheap pitcher, and then JV or Bieber. Maybe go different, go Braves. Where are we? I'm in no position. Shortstop. So with shortstop, anybody who's hot right now that tearing the cover off the ball. Kyle, that's an early game. Never mind. Timmy Anderson, of course. Dansby's hitting 448 the last 7 days. Boom, Dansby right there. How much is Dansby? He may be our shortstop, and he's not going to be high owned. Dansby is 4,200. Like it. Trey's going to be popular. Bogart's going to be popular, and of course they all are. I mean, they all deserve to be. Seager, nope, lefty. Play him against righties. Rosario really ain't hitting. Bo's in play. Lindor's in play too. I like Dansby, but we could definitely go to Lindor. He's rolling. Let me see. Last 8 games, 6 of them are double-digit DK games. And it's a great matchup with Billy Falter. So I could definitely see like a Lindor, Alonso mini stack. But I'm liking these Braves now. Like in Dansby, Albies, like you said, Olsen. So there we go. That's where all this BBP's coming from. Over 5. Thanks, Sean. Over 5. Last 6 starts, 6.62 ERA. And Rogers is a talented young pitcher. I mean, he definitely has his bumps, has his speed bumps, but he still got stuff. I always go back to the game last April 2021 against DeGrom when he the day Jazz took DeGrom deep, and DeGrom had a great game though, but Rogers totally pitched in that game. That was one of the best pitching games I've seen in a couple of years. Was Rogers that day in April? I think it was last year. All right. Anybody else? Any punts? Values? Not really. No. Not him. Andres Jimenez. I always like him, but yeah, Jimenez against the righty. So Andres Jimenez is in play 3.9. That's about it though. Jeremy Pena, of course. Yep, was be like the Astros tonight too. So what's Pena's price? Is Pena like 4.2? His price never 4.2. His price never changes. So yeah, Pena. So right now we're liking the Astros and Braves as getting away from the chalk. All right, outfield. So all the usual suspects. I'm not going to sit there and name every one of these stud outfielders, but the ones that are really standing out tonight. JD was on fire. Alvarez, because we want to attack Flexen tonight. I don't know what's wrong with Mike Trout, but he's eventually going to get going. Boomstick 3,700. I was just going to mention Andrews too at shortstop. I just going to say that, and I backed off as he's. But Lane Thomas. Thomas has got the highest ownership right now. Yeah, here I can't. I mean, he's not a bad. What's he 2.7 against Gomber? I'd rather play like a Larnach. Kike still 3.5. Great play. So let's start at the bottom then. We like Kike. Odubel Herrera if he gets a start. Kevin Kiermaier, who's leading off again. I guess Talon, definitely. Verdugo, he's on fire, 3-3. Yeah, you got these Red Sox are still cheap. They haven't caught the algorithm yet, so they're going to be popular. To me, this is a night you play some GVPs, man. Get away from this chalk. And you don't go crazy on a night like tonight. Will Myers in a good spot, even though he doesn't seem to be hitting much. I'm telling you, this is a weird slate right now. Schwarber, let's look into Schwarber. So he gets Cookie Carrasco. He's got the platoon. And what are you saying? He's got 14 bombs or Spence to start last season. Really? That's a new stat to me. Most of them at Citi Field. And Schwarber's due. He's had, 6 home runs last month, 1 home run last week. When was that? I can't remember when that home run was. I think it was the Dodgers, right? Must have been the Dodger game. He's only had he hasn't had too many home runs lately. What about Azuna against Rogers? I didn't look at BVPs. So are we going to see Azuna up here? Let's see. Acuna, 4 for 12, but no, we don't have no Acuna then. Kyle Tucker's got a good BVP. Max Kepler, good BVP. We'll see Kepler definitely tonight. So Kepler may be one of our top values. And I don't even see Azuna anywhere. So, so you're probably going to be able to fit 1 or 2 big outfielders. Mookie's obviously going to be the popular play like he's been, and he deserves to be because he's been hitting the ball. I would probably, if I was going to go anywhere, I'd probably go JD. JD Buxton right now, you get his only GPP because he's not hitting. Mookie's 6-1 now, but against bum, you never know what kind of mad bum you're going to get. Canada's a good GPP. We got Cedric. Here's a sneaky play. Cedric Mullins, 4-4 with the platoon against Whitlock. That is probably one of my sneaky plays tonight right there. I didn't realize. I kind of forgot about Mullins. 4-4, great spot. Judge has dropped down a little bit, but I like the Springs kid. I think Kike is probably your top play at 3.5. You play like a Kike, you play a Cedric Mullins, then you can get up to one of these bigger guys. Springer, he's in a good spot, I guess. Ready, but it's ready, but that doesn't matter. I know Lane Thomas is, not a bad young player, but I still don't get this love affair people have him. He's got a decent price, but DFS right now, the industry's got this love affair with Lane Thomas. He said 210 in a season, 220 last week. So I'm not playing him. Let him be popular. Let him be 50%. That'd be great. Okay. Any questions really? I like the Canna call though too. That's a sneaky call. But when you got Kepler sitting there in a great spot plus a BBT, Chris Taylor, another one. Chris Taylor's hitting a pound in the leather off the ball, 4,500. There's some really good spots here. What's Acuna's story now? I meant to look that up before the show. He's not on the IL or anything, right? Which one of you guys has Acuna news for me? I'm kind of lazy to look it up. I guess I'll have to look it up now. You guys are too slow. Because he was like a game time decision, right? So it's a quad, but Chris Taylor's really hitting, right, Sean? Definitely. So it's a quad, though. I don't know it's a grade 1 cross train, day to day. So I guess we don't see him tonight. So we like the Braves tonight. So kind of like wrapping this up. You like the Braves. They've been rocking Trevor Rogers, looks like. I like Albies, like Dansby. Great stat by Sean brought up about Olsen. And then we throw in there, like, somebody cheap, like, or a Zuna or something. We like the Astros, because Chris Flexen's been giving up bomb after bomb. Of course, everybody's going to like the Dodgers and Red Sox tonight. The Blue Jays heating up now. Vlad's had back-to-back home runs. He's going to be a play tonight. I like Kevin Kiermaier. His name just popped up in front of me again. I'll pay $3K. I'll keep paying $3K for Kevin Kiermaier on top of that order, especially with the platoon. Okay, anybody else who like Mets? I like the Mets tonight. This Falter kid could easily. Brewers are going to be sneaky against Hudson. He's not striking anybody out. Yeah, I'll play Seth. I'll try to play Seth Brown like every night in GVP somewhere. Don Day. I like Seth Brown. I like that Kevin Smith too. He didn't come through. For me last night though, but I play Kevin Smith a lot. So, and here's the Zoom only 4K. Okay, so we like the Astros, we like the Braves, then chalk plays, maybe some Mets and some Brewers. And who is my home run call? This tonight home run's gonna be Machado. Machado's going yard. Boomstick's gonna go yard. He's due. Margot's out on IL still, I believe. So you can't. John Gray's gonna be popular, Sean. Albies. I knew this was a call in the back of my head. So Albies, I like Albies as my home run call. I like Machado, Dansby, Boomstick. I know I'm throwing a bunch of names out there, but my main ones is Ozzy Albies. Any other questions? It's kind of a weird slate. So it's a condensed pitching pool for this many games. And then that brings the condensed bats because there's a lot of guys that we're not really liking cash, but guys like Woodruff, we really don't pick on now either. So, like, you don't pick on Woodruff. Brad Keller's actually having a decent up and down season, though. Some of these other guys, kind of a weird slate. Alek Manoah, I don't pick on him. I almost said Marion Ashburn. Yes, Nelson. Boomstick. Me and G played Boomstick last night, and I think he might have got a hit, didn't he? Definitely overdue for home run. Definitely. I mean, he had a home run. He hasn't had a home run since May 4th. Before that, he's had a home run since May 11th against the Mets. All right. I guess that's it. Ozzy Albies, home run. All right, guys. 12 p.m. Formula One show. We'll be in Chris Besh, and be back on MLB on Monday. All right. Thanks. Deuces.